backwards, never.
Forward ever, backwards never.
3.
Forward ever, backwards never.
Forward ever, backwards never. Forward ever, backwards never.
Forward ever, backwards never.
Hey, 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 it's your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Hey, hey, it's your girl. Surprise. I know y'all is sick of me. You never know where I'm going to be or what's going on. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. It's no surprise y'all see who I got with me.
It's Hot Def, aka Aunt Patton.
Yes, yes.
Building.
In the building. You know, I like to maximize every second of every minute in this hour that we have together. First, I want to give a big shout out to Aunt Etta who pulled up first to the community to open the doors, to welcome everybody. So welcome. Towards the end, we will be shouting you out, but we want to get straight into it. Did you take the pledge healing 1 million people, one person at a time? If not, go over to PUS'HER and take the pledge. You're not taking the pledge for me. You're not taking the pledge for no one else but you. You are making a commitment to be a participant in your own growth and development. So go over there to PUS'HER.org, take the pledge, healing 1 million people. And while you're over there, do not forget to get your copy of It Takes One to Know One, workbook and journal, People Pusher, and Remember Me. Yeah, we didn't drop 3. And so I want you to get it. I want you to get it and put it and allow it to be a part of your arsenal. I'm telling you, there is some tools, there is some information in there that will bless your life and somebody else's life, because we don't gatekeep information. With that said, please share, subscribe. If you try and type in and you can't get through, that's because you gotta subscribe to the channel so you could be a part of the Pusher community and chat with us. Without further ado, you know the title. I hope you did your assignment before you got on and read the description. I'm locked in with my dude, my bro, my guy, my leader, my mentor, High Def Tone. We locked in, and that can mean many things. And so I'm just going to start off straight off the cuff and ask you, when you hear I'm locked in, what comes to your mind?
For me, it's a mental tenacity of whatever is in front of you. You just locked in, you making it happen. There's no excuses. Things can happen, storms can come and all that stuff, but you just being diligent to the task, to the assignment.
So with that being said, many of us, we hear words and we think it sounds slick. I'm locked in, it sounds cool, It's catchy, right? But then those of us that are locked in and know what it takes, we also know that distractions can cause us to lose our focus. And we may think we are locked in, and we are locked in. But it is safe to say that sometimes when distractions come, that our focus while being locked in can kind of shift.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in order for us to really navigate situations, like, we have to start getting used to, we got to get used to things coming and distractions coming.
Yeah, no doubt.
And once we get used to the distractions coming, I think it makes it easier when the distractions come, right? If I know that I'm on whatever path, whatever journey, if I know that I'm on that journey and I know that it's purposeful, I know that there's going to be some opposition that's getting ready to come, right? If I know that that's going to happen, when it comes, I'm not as taken off guard. It's easier for me to recognize, oh, this is a distraction. And I think what we got to do to help us get through that is we have to ask ourselves questions like, is this taking me away from the main thing? Right? Because sometimes a distraction I think most of the time we can hinder ourselves because we think distractions are always like a negative thing, like a negative situation that comes in. But sometimes that distraction could be something that looks good in the moment, right? Like sometimes it could be an opportunity that you might not have planned for, and you have to go back and ask yourself, well, what was the original assignment? Because this opportunity that I planned for, while it may be a great opportunity, is this taking me away from what I'm really supposed to be doing? Can I do this thing and that thing? If I can't do both, then this, even though this is a great opportunity, this could be a distraction.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. So with that said, what part of the spectrum you find yourself on today?
Right now, today, today is crazy.
Today is crazy.
Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like today, I've just learned how to pace. I think the last time I was on the show by myself, I think I was in the middle of like trying to figure it out. And I just got some wonderful people that are in my corner that helped me to really start hearing God so that I could move according to how I needed to move, man. So shout out to my doula, my midwife, for helping me like really brainstorm a lot of that, and just like all the conversations that I've been just having over the last couple of months have just been really challenging me, but also helping me to have like more focus. So like right now where I'm at a place I never thought I would be at in my life.
Wow.
I'm like, I just feel very clear, very I just feel very clear. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. I'm just understanding that I don't control anything. And what's been my daily prayer is Proverbs 3:5-7. You know what I mean? Like trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes, but fear the Lord.
He teaching.
I'm telling you, this is my prayer every day, because the kind of person that I am, the way my brain is wired to be hyper analytical. It is looking at everything, trying to figure it out and how it can process it and get the maximum out of it. And I realized it's actually essentially what you were saying when you came over here before we got started. And you was like, I just gotta learn to relax.
Yeah.
Cause like now that I'm relaxed, I don't feel none of that anxiety that I would normally be feeling, because I'm trying to figure out, do I got this together? Do I got that together? Right? Like, and that's what I mean when I'm talking about that clarity, where because I have learned to literally like, this ain't whatever's going to happen. I just need you to show me. That's helped me to be able to have the clarity, because I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm just here doing what I'm supposed to do for right now until the next thing comes.
Right.
So that's why I was like, today is crazy, because I never thought.
Which brings me to an organic thought. I was not thinking about it until it just popped as he was winding down. It just popped in my mind, a crossover. So from that conversation, the crossover to this conversation, I'm locked in. And let me tell you, I didn't think about that episode, because all of this is organic. Even me and you sitting here, it wasn't really planned. It was spontaneous. And I didn't know how you was going to answer that question. I was thinking that I was somewhere else. So for me, it just proves when you have an organic conversation, information threads, and because I am a threader and I don't forget, especially when the exchange is meaningful. And thinking about that conversation of crossover, a push had to happen in there. So from that conversation of crossover to now, I'm locked in. What has specifically changed?
So much. Oh man. So a lot of it is really the way in which I think about myself and my thought. I feel like for the last, it's been more than a year at this point, but the things that I've seen happen in my life are things that I never really had time to do at earlier moments. I'm really in my late bloomer stage.
Okay.
So I'm literally, Nas got a song from a couple years ago, like I'm in my second childhood. And I feel like I'm approaching life the way a kid would, not the way an adult would. Like, and what I mean by that is, like, I feel like kids approach life with a certain level of wonder and awe
And humility.
Right? So it's like they're looking at whatever they're interacting with, and it's like they're seeing it for the first time, and they're like, I never knew we could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a certain level, and it's a curiosity that's not predicated on all the stuff that that people tell you.
Right.
I'm talking about the kids that didn't get like robbed of, like, oh, you can't yet. I'm talking about the kids that are like, they're just exploring, like, oh my God. Like, that's how I feel like where I'm at. I feel like I'm one of those kids that is having this experience. So, like, because I learned how to swim, like, come on, dog.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just things where I'm like, yo, I'm about to do this. Right. And it's not like that's the first time in my life I tried to. But it was definitely, and even I'm telling you, it's the perfect catalyst of having the right people at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, like, where the things just start to click. Because I just literally just trust y'all enough to be like, all right, so you said do this, so I'm gonna do it.
That's you crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because that don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense, right?
And so
close your
yeah, and so you just, I mean, I almost drowned when I was a kid.
Right.
So, and it ain't like I almost drowned in a swimming pool. No, I almost drowned in the Atlantic Ocean as a kid. So that fear is real.
Right.
Of like, oh, something could happen to you. So just like being submerged in water, and you know, water is different.
It really is.
You know what I mean?
I don't swim.
Water.
I don't go under there.
Yeah, it's different. But it's
my feet up to see.
It is essentially the same thing that I'm learning in life, though. Is that, like, water will fight you as long as you fight it.
Wow.
But if you yield, if you give yourself to the water, like, you going to just do what your body going to just naturally start doing what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it feel like. Like, I feel like me taking my hands off of, because I'm probably like a control freak out, like, before this. And it was like that control was stressing me out to the point I didn't know I was stressed out.
Wow.
Because this is how I've been living for years. Like, living for years with a moderate to high level of stress but it was normalized for me
Mm-hmm.
because that's all I knew. It's like
Right.
I had certain things happen in my life where it's like I gotta be hyper vigilant on this. I can't let this slip through the crack type situation. Whereas today it's like, yeah, I'm here and we're gonna figure it out. And I don't know what to do. So God, you're gonna have to tell me something. And then he tell me, and then I'll be like, all right, let's see if that's God. And then sometimes it be God, and sometimes it don't. And I'm learning, like, oh,
Right.
okay, that's God. Oh, that wasn't God. Or maybe that was a lesson in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, that childlike wonder, just walking and figuring it out.
Right. And to me, it just sounds like a story of going back to the core, and that is humility, because humility enables us to surrender everything, our fears, everything,
Mm-hmm.
our thought, it goes back to your prayer, our understanding,
Mm-hmm.
because it don't look right and it don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And to surrender that and trust what I don't know
Right.
and I can't understand,
Right.
that it takes a level of humility to say, I don't want to be in control
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to trust that when I go through this, it's either going to work out
Right.
or it's not. But no matter what, I know that I'm the one in the middle of the two that got to make a decision on what side I want to be on.
Mm-hmm. And can I share another part? Because that's so interesting. Either it's going to work out or it's not, right? And that's how it is. But I think that where I found the peace at is whether it works out or whether it doesn't work out, it's still God. Because I think most of the time when we're assessing things, when something don't work out, we're like, oh, that wasn't God. No, like something not working out could actually be God too. You know what I mean? Like, I think just the whole scope, I think I've spent so much of my life. Okay. We might go a little deep.
Okay, go ahead.
So a lot of my childhood, what I realized is I was in a cycle of performance based. So everything was based off of like how well you are doing, like how well are you doing in school? How well are you doing your chores? How well, right? And that's when you get the reward. Like you got the reward based off of your performance. And what that teaches us at a young age is it teaches us to chase after a certain level of validation. And now you're chasing this performance. Like
Wow.
you everywhere you go, you got to show up and you're trying to perform. And we bring that into our adult lives. I'll say me personally, like I brought that into my adult life, like trying to perform. I spent so many years of my life not knowing how to be myself. Like by full admission, man, like there was in my 20s, I probably was one of the biggest swagger jackers.
Oh wow.
There
I
was.
can't imagine.
I know,
Wow.
like right now, me saying it is like crazy because
Wow.
but I didn't know it. Like I didn't even know it. It was just like I would see somebody and be like, yo, like that, whatever that thing is that I thought was cool, I would like put it on, like I would take it like and make it my own thing. And I would like start walking, talking, like doing the whole.
Oh, you sound like Drake.
Yo, the whole thing, yo. The whole thing.
My bad.
No, it's cool.
You sound like Drake.
It's cool because like that's where I was because I didn't know me.
Right.
I didn't give myself the time and the space to be rewarded for who I was. So I was like putting on different masks.
Right.
And like over the last few years, I really feel like I've been in situations where I had to find out who I was.
Mm.
And so like what you're seeing today, like this isn't the product of like something that happened within a couple months.
Right.
It's just blooming. But this been, years in the making.
Right.
But yeah, coming from and it's not to say that like I wasn't loved or anything like that. It's not to say that at all. Right? But I think it definitely taught me that that's what I needed to do. I needed to show up in the world, and I was searching for validation all the time. You know what I mean? Like now, if I don't get this, if I don't hit this benchmark, what is this going to say about me?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about like the task being a task. It's like if I don't accomplish this X, Y, and Z, what is it saying about me?
Right.
And not being able to make the separation between those two things. Like
Right.
this is an assignment versus like, no, but this is me. My identity is caught up in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it hard when God tells you to go from this thing to this thing. Because I think that this is me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at this like this is an assignment or whatever the case may, or this is a short-term thing. I'm looking at this like this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I've built my whole life and identity into this thing. And if I gotta go to this thing over here, now I'm struggling. I'm kicking and screaming.
Right.
Because I'm like, what you mean?
Right.
You killing me
Right.
to get me over here. I don't even want to do this.
Right.
Whereas now it's like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. All right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild.
I love it though, but doesn't it feel lighter?
That's what I mean.
It feels lighter.
Oh my God. That's my hope for everybody that's listening.
Right.
Is that you can get to this side, because it's, man, that other side is hell. Like you don't know it. You don't know that it's hell until you come over to this side. Like,
and look back and be like, good.
You don't realize that's mess.
Who are you talking?
Like, yo, that's absolute mess.
So, indeed, that was a lot. Thank you. Thank you for peeling another layer of you with us. I definitely appreciate that always. You really shouldn't judge a book by its cover. And really, everybody has a past. Everybody has, something that is like, what? No.
Right.
Because I would have never, ever pictured you as someone who went through that, especially those two phases. Well, that one phase of being a swagger jacker. Like, but then when I think about it, it's like, wow, I was a carbon copy of so many people. I really was. And then you begin to think, I really wasn't the only one who struggled in this area. And it's something some say it's a sad truth that when you find yourself in a room and you meet people that experience the same kind of struggles or pains, trauma, that it's some type of comfort in it. And for me, the more I grow and the more I learn, I realize that really it isn't comfort. Really, it's liberation in the making, because somebody in that room somebody has to carry the mantle. Somebody has to be the one to be brave and be bold and own that stuff, so that somebody else can do the same thing. But the only difference is once that person takes off, and now you got that other person, now they take off and they going that way. and now this person, and they going that way. And it's like communities of bodies of people are being impacted and lives are changing because now people are becoming unafraid to speak their truth, and they're no longer operating out of blame, shame, and guilt. They're going back to their natural state of humility, and they are surrendering all those fears and anxieties. And while I ain't gonna say that, I'm gonna speak for myself. Let me speak for myself, because I don't know what y'all do. Okay. Listen, let me speak for myself, because I definitely overstand. You know what I mean? I definitely get that journey. And it's just intriguing when you can just sit back and really listen to a person. It also helps you, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, especially the act of listening. We locked in, people, and if you know anything about me, when I'm locked in, you know where the term came from. But for me, it's kind of different, and I share this with you too. I need to be locked in, because when I go back to where it began for me, when I'm the most creative, when I can hear God more clear, when all the outside noises, you know, the advice from this person, the advice from that person, it blocks out when I lock in. And this comes from me being in prison. And I literally will go lock in while everybody is out wrecking and doing. I would slip away and lock in, and I'm writing constantly. I'm thinking, I'm crying, I'm praying, I'm doing so much. And then when I come out, it's like nothing ever happened and nobody missed me. Or sometimes I would just choose, you know, I don't want to do that. I'm going to lock in. And I've always utilized that time. I wasn't just going to be by myself just to be by myself. I was doing something, because I realized at some point, with me going to this person, that person, that person, telling them this part of my business, trying to get this person to validate or confirm, and disappointment after disappointment, because they didn't lied and said something, and I'm still sitting in prison, and now my heart is broken, or they didn't told me I'm gonna be healed from this, and 6 months later I'm then got worse than what I was. I need to lock in. I need to lock in. And so today, fast forward, I as I was explaining to you, I realized that I detached myself from that aspect, because my mindset, I adopted that kind of movement because I was in prison, and unlearning some stuff that was what I thought that I had to unlearn, and not say it. Oh, you institutionalize when you say words, you know, that come, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the intention behind it, I was trying to separate myself from that, but that worked for me, and it got me closer. A relationship, a personal one, cultivated during those times, and so now, when I find myself back in that mode, locked in, now I can make a decision. You know what? Me and my bro got something going on. I'm going to keep pushing him. I'm going to keep saying, look, I need your help, so we can get in his bag and his rhythm, because it's something that you're passionate about. You know, and I know that I'm operating in my purpose. And so it's like I had to recharge, and like I can't just keep looking for convenience. I got to shift. I wouldn't have got that if I wasn't locked in. Even today, when I stepped out, I was locked in. That's how I knew that I needed to relax.
Yeah.
Because I was focused. You know what I mean? I was in the moment. I was present to myself.
Right.
And it's like I'm glad that I had the experience. But sometimes I wish I could just get it, like, come on, like I don't want to go through the process all the time. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
Especially when you're learning and you're growing and you getting it.
Right.
But it's like soon as you get this one thing, then here you go. You got another area.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you gotta be consistent
sure.
on yourself, because this is self work.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't get a day off. If you take the day off, something going on.
Yeah.
I mean, how you feel about that? Can you take a day off from being present and showing up for yourself? What does that look like?
Eventually my body going, because definitely I get into those moments where you get your head down. Like you in whatever you in. You trying to work, you trying to figure it out. And in those moments when you got your head down, you don't recognize all the stuff that may be going chaotic around you because you just focused on whatever that thing is in front of you. And so yeah, I know what it feels like to be, and that's the thing. That's the energy, is that can make you feel overwhelmed because you either getting ready to be overwhelmed with the thing that you focused on, or once you pick your head up and recognize all this stuff in the channels, then you like, dang, like I thought I was. No, bro, you still got to handle all of this, right?
You should have took that.
So it's like, for me, I try to be intentional about how I decompress, right? So if I didn't just pour out a whole bunch, and in my body, because I'm an introvert and the way my body is set up, like if I poured out a whole bunch, my body's gonna feel it. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to lay down for days. Like after we just did that event, it was literally like, yo, I gotta lay down. I can't even run around and play with y'all. I got to lay down because of so much that you just pour out.
Right.
So, no, it's really crucial. It's crucial.
I'm in my mind like if you take a vacation, I'm saying once, because I know I've been on many vacations. I done took a lot of time off. I done probably caught myself a couple times. But I'm just thinking back, it's funny, right? But in real life, like it's for real. Like I'm like, I have to really tell myself, you don't get a day off. And I'm saying a day off from being present. For me.
Okay, yeah.
Not necessarily, the business and moving and the task. I'm saying I don't have the privilege to take another day off as it relates to my growth and development, as it relates to me showing up for myself in any capacity. I don't have the privilege. I got stripped of that. And that's why it is conducive for me to lock in.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So like, I was sharing this with somebody the other day about anointing, right? And like, if you think about it, a lot of people want anointing. Like a lot of people and there's let me say it this way. There are those of us who like, yo, that's cool. But then there's other people who like, they see what comes along with that, like the acceptance and the platform and whatever that comes along with that. And because that's their angle, they want that, right? But in order to get anointing, like for real, in order to get anointing, then I actually need, like I need the olive, and then I got to crush the olive. Like to get the oil out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like wine. Like, yeah, I got some grapes, but I got to crush these grapes, right? And I think people don't recognize that in order for you to really have something of potency, like there is a crushing that comes along with that. Like you're not just getting ready to get that anointing and be able to break yokes and like you not have some yokes broken off of you.
Come on, you talking.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you're talking about that work of being present, because that's different. That is a work that's a work that's a you and God work.
Yeah. Because
that's a place where the distractions cease.
Yes.
When I'm present, like when I'm grounded and I'm here, I'm in this room, I'm in this space. What you trying to do, how you want to move, that's a work that is not just it's not just for my own edification, but it's for everybody that's connected to me, their edification as well. Because
Right.
what I'm getting in that time is helping me really show up and be the best version of myself.
Right.
Right? Like we can go and do all these things. You can go to this thing and that thing and talk to this person and do all these things that people tell you to do so that you can become self-made and all of that. But the real reality is, if you are purpose driven, that those moments where you can be present and you can devote that time so that you can recognize like that stillness and allowing God into that space, that's what's going to do the most. Like whatever acceleration you think there is, that's what's going to do it for you. So while we don't like being called away, God is intentional to call us away, because that's where you get it. I was sharing with you, remember I was like, David being called away on the backside of the mountain while his brothers is out there doing what they doing, right? That was what set him up to be anointed king. You know what I mean? Joshua, when Moses and Joshua are going into the tabernacle of meeting, it would say Moses would come out and he would then talk to the people, but Joshua stayed in the tent. And Joshua is the reason why they end up getting into the promised land. Moses doesn't bring them into the promised land. Joshua does, right? That's time and that space when you actually can go in and be present and be locked in for real. That's the time that's going to give you the anointing necessary. Because if I'm in front, if I'm in front of a holy God and I'm in the presence of a holy God, that's what's going to do the work of the sanctification of me. It's not all the stuff. It's not all the running around things. It's not that. Like me just being in the presence is transitioning me to be holy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is going to affect me and everything else around me. So it's a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. I need y'all to like. There's different numbers everywhere, but there's more numbers than I see like. So I need y'all to like.
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit that thumbs up. Hey, you over there. Thank y'all for joining us. Come, like and share. Like and share. This is good information that is being exchanged right now. And I want you to share it. I don't want you to be selfish. I want you to share it with somebody. It's a question in there. What advice would you give to people who
constantly worry about figuring it out, worrying about controlling the process?
Yes, sir.
Essentially what I was talking about earlier, like the yielding, that and I know that the yielding is hard, because the yielding is hard to yield, because what we're really struggling with is we're struggling with trust. So if we like really just call a spade, the reason why we don't want to yield is because we don't trust God enough with what God said he was going to do. And a lot of that has something to do with other authority figures that have existed in our lives. And because of this, because of the other authority figures that has existed in our life and the way that relationship looks, it dictates how we going to like interact or what our expectations are from the authority figure. You know what I'm saying? So like it's yielding and getting yourself to a place where you really start addressing, what don't I trust about this relationship with God? You know what I'm saying?
Something that you said that I want you to kind of go a little dive deeper
Okay.
into it as it relates to you. It really don't take all of what we think
Mm-hmm.
it does. Is that, are we on the same frequency?
Yeah.
On that? Okay. Why do you, and I know, I believe I know your response,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to say it anyway because somebody out there may be thinking it. And this will, and it's really a part of the question that was really asked. So it's like staying in that pocket for a minute.
Okay.
Why do you think we worry so much about the things that we have no control over, and we spend less time concerning ourselves with the things we do have control over?
I think it's a couple reasons. As Black and brown people, we've had so little control over a lot of what our standards and things are in life. So I think a lot of what we're always trying to fight against is our own, how we take up space and how we show up in the world. Right? So if I've been told, historically speaking, if I've been told I'm 3/5, if historically speaking, I'm being told that I'm not a full person, that I'm not this, that, and the third, I'm going to have a complex that somebody was saying something like this in class earlier today, but I now have I'm going to prove you wrong mentality. And because I'm coming from a source of now I gotta like prove you wrong, I'm no longer focused on the main thing. I'm focused on proving you wrong. Right. And so that's my validation that I'm chasing after, and that's not keeping me on task.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like as a kid, I got told by the dean of my middle school, my mom got told that I wasn't going to be, I would either be dead or in jail by the time I was like 21, I think.
Wow.
And I remember, like, I'm going to just try to paint this picture real quick. My mom, a single parent mom who has done all the things, like gotten my son into this school so that he can avoid this. We living in the projects, but she's doing all these things, trying to move the needle because she understands if I could get him out of this environment, I could save him and put him on a trajectory. So with that, you got to think about it. With this white man telling my Black mom, who does not have a man in the house, that this is the sentence for this young man that you're raising. I done seen my mom get mad about a whole bunch of stuff. When my mom said that, her whole countenance, it was like I saw her whole countenance drop, like, damn, I failed. It wasn't necessarily the what he said that made me like prove him wrong, but it was really seeing the effect on my mom.
Right.
Like my mom thinks she failed. And I'm from the hood. Like I know what bad really is, dog. Like what I'm doing ain't bad. Like you don't know bad.
Right.
Like this light work for this little school this weekend. Yeah, this might be bad, but like no, I'm with goons.
Right.
This ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? So like because you got this thing where you try and prove other people wrong, it just hurts you and hinders you from really being focused on what the real goal is that's in front of you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it really do. So this is our segue for me to read the what's in the description. I don't know what made me start doing this. Oh yeah, to get people to start reading. Don't just click the link. Read. Go in it. And if you have not taken the pledge, guess what? It is in the description. So take the pledge. So here we go, because I want to hear your thoughts. I think that this description sums up everything that basically was shared. Like it. You'll get it. Okay. Someone who is locked in on their purpose, moves with clarity, focus, and unwavering determination. They are guided by a strong sense of direction, undistracted by noise or setbacks. Every action they take aligns with their goals, and their discipline keeps them consistent even when motivation fades. Their mindset is resolute. Failure is not a stopping point, but a lesson. And they continuously push forward, driven by a deeper why that fuels their persistence.
Nah, that's spot on. And I'm gonna say this real quick because I feel like people need to hear this. Yo, it's times where one of the reasons why I've been so diligent about praying Proverbs 3, 5, and 7 is because of the way my mind can over analyze and stuff like that. But it's times I have to literally tell myself, like there was one time I was like talking about something and I had to literally catch myself mid-sentence and say, yo, but who asked you? Like, but who asked you to put your 2 cents in it? Because I realized like God was telling me to do one thing and then I was trying to figure out how to do the thing that God told me to do. And it's like, that ain't my assignment. Like my assignment isn't always to figure out how to do. Like if God told me to do it, he's going to give me all the pieces so I could do it.
Right.
I just need to go in that quiet time. I need that present time.
I need to lock in.
I need to lock in.
I need to lock in.
So I can get it. Right. Most of the time God tell us to do something. And the first thing that we start doing is well, how am I going to do it? And we trying to like, when God told you to do it, he knew all the things that you had to do it. But we trying to figure out like how we can add more and more and more and more to it. And that's what I mean about sometimes distractions being like, am I focused on the main thing? Like when last time I came on the show, you dropped on me like, yeah, I was talking about like how I'm a perfectionist. And you was like, yeah, but while you waiting on things being perfect, there's people waiting on what you got. And I was sick. I told you like a couple days later, I was like, yo, like I was sick. I was sick off of that one thing because I was like, yo, she's absolutely right. I'm hindering the movement going forward because I'm focused on this other thing. So letting go of like the minutia, like just letting God guide you seriously. It's a thing that is going to require you to have a different level of faith. It's going to require you to have a different level of trust. And then you start realizing that when the way God wanted to do something, when God wanted to do something, I posted the other day, are you really ready for your exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ever ask, think, or imagine?
Yes, I'm ready.
Because that don't come the way you think it's getting ready to come.
It does not.
Because it's beyond anything you can ask, think, or imagine. The stuff God got me doing right now, I'm looking at him like, bro. And this is almost how I know it's God. Because I'm like, bro, you know I would never. So, man, it's a lot.
I love it though. From the crossover to I'm locked in with High Def Tone, I love it. Before we go, I just I had the privilege to attend Reimagining Black Love, even though I kind of was working. I really.
You,
so the next one I need to sit down and be a part of it. But even from the part that I played from in the room, from my lenses, it was a whole vibe.
Yo.
I'm telling you, I think I was your hype man. I think it was your hype man.
Yo,
I want to know what is your. I want you to survey your the impact it had on you.
Yo, the fact I just keep on thinking about, we had like over 40 people, Black folks in the room, talking about one of the most like
Come on.
You know what I mean? Stress inducing, like argumentative topics. And we had no arguments. We had disagreements, but like everything was so safe. I felt like you couldn't leave out of that space without something, without some kind of tool, without something that challenged you to get outside of your own thinking. Like the whole point about us being how we're socialized as young women and young men, but like seeing it on both extremes, you like, dang, like, we really have to move with a certain level of grace towards one another. I'm just like, I'm amazed, man. I'm still blessed by it. And I can't wait to unveil like some of these next steps to how we do it, because I feel like we doing healing work.
Right.
And when you're doing healing work, you can't get so focused on like the numbers, but you gotta stay true to the healing that you've been called to.
Right.
So it's a lot of ways we could like capitalize off of it, but that ain't really where my heart is. My heart is like, I can see what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And if we as a community can't get together and can't get right, we gonna be in bad shape.
Right.
We need each other right now.
I'm just so proud of you for answering the call. And many of your call, but a few were chosen. You answered the call, and that's why you were the one chosen to make sure that we are exposed to this level of conversation. Not just conversation, but experience. Understanding that presence matters, and presence, internal and external, and how we handle one another, where we take one another, how we lay the table for one another. Like, it matters. And for me, from the lenses that I was on, I was just overwhelmed with how many people, not just how many people were there, but how many people were engaged, who exchanged information, who wasn't shy to open up, to share what they thought, sharing their differences of experience with love, and coming from not just romantic, but just how we as men and women handle one another. So I definitely learned so much just seeing it, and the energy just from the beginning, walking in, like tone, setting the atmosphere is something that is important, not just when you're doing something big, but even when it's just you or you and a couple of friends. Atmosphere, setting the atmosphere, even for difficult conversations, you want to set the atmosphere. It matters. See, all these things were going on in my brain. That's why it's always good for me to lock in, because my takeaways may not be what I actually seen or heard. It can be a download from what I experienced and from what I heard. And one of the things that came to me from the experience was the atmosphere has to be conducive for healing. And that's why I'm going back to it takes one to know one. As you push me, I push you. Because everything we doing, we're passionate about it. And no matter where we're at in it, we're passionate about what the part that we play. Even if it's behind the scenes, beside the scenes, no matter where it's at, we're passionate about it. And so that's why I was like, I got to shift. We're growing, and so I have to grow with the platform, and I have to answer the call, because if God wants to take me to another level as it relates to my healing journey and opening it up, don't nobody want to keep talking to you on the screen. You got to create the atmosphere for physical connection. You got to, you have to push yourself past your own fears, past your own comfortability. And so that's what this is for real. it's just us pushing each other towards where God is saying go.
Yeah.
Now get the people
Mm-hmm.
and bring them,
Mm-hmm.
because the atmosphere is already set.
Mm-hmm.
Foot hill,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got to create it.
Yeah.
It's already set.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I just wanted to share that with you
Yeah.
publicly, because that was my greatest takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to reimagining Black love.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't learn to love me, how can I love you?
Right.
It's the crossover. This is what you
Yeah.
get when you lock in with yourself, because when you lock in with yourself, you're really locking in to experience the presence of the one you call Father. Your process is your process. Our individual process is our process. But understand that we do not have the right to take another day off as it relates to how we show up for ourselves. You are responsible for your own growth and development. You are responsible, people, for your relationship with God. And so lock in with yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to find that thing that centers you, to get you where you need to be so that you can hear and receive. Final words to the people.
I just want y'all to understand that we are both introverts.
Yes, we are.
So God got us out here in uncomfortable spaces, doing uncomfortable things. And sometimes the call is going to take you out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
You can't make excuses for what you don't have. I mean, you can, or you could just lean into it and let God be God, because that's the way he does it. Like I said earlier, most of the time you like, yo, how I'm getting ready to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this how.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just do it and let God do the rest. So yeah, man, I'm just thankful always to be on the platform and to be behind the scenes or whatever the case may be.
No doubt.
You know, I love you like a fat kid love cake.
I know that's right. Yep.
So
Yep.
man, I'm just excited about your journey and what you've been able to do and how you've been able to push me, you know, out of my own limitations and my own way of thinking, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah, me too. We just grateful. We just grateful, and we invite you. We definitely invite you to just take part in this healing journey. It's real and it's working, and it feels good on this side. I'm trying to tell you, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I'm telling you, just sometimes I really, when I be by myself, I be shouting, I be screaming, I be yelling.
Yeah.
I sometimes drop down to my knees because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And to be at a point where two truths can exist at the same time. I could be sad and happy at the same time. I could be feeling pains of stress, and a blanket of peace will come and comfort me and soothe me. And it's like that's why I can't afford to take another day off. Another day off, because I recognize that I don't have to do this in my own might, my own strength.
That's one of the most powerful things you can recognize, man.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, people, we appreciate you all. It is a wrap. We thank you, PUS'HER community. Let me go back up so we can shout y'all out. Joey B in the building. What's up, Baltimore? We see you. Mr. Kier Robinson, we see you in the building. Thank you for showing up. Miss Karen Cook, you is everywhere, shorty, in the building. And I got your wonderful text. God is good. That's all I can say. That is all I can say about it. I'm trying to tell you. Miss B, we see you. We see you. We see you. We see you. You was chatting up a storm. You seen your brother up on here. Jasmine said my son might said, that's Miss C and the government.
Dang, how I'm just a that's wild work.
So, Lord Mike, come on, get it together, get it
Wild work.
together, get it together. Miss Cynthia, we see you, we see you. Mo, Monica, we see you, we thank you, and everybody else, even those that was not commenting on the chat, we thank you for showing up.
Thank you on TikTok.
Oh
too.
yes, TikTok, yes, we streaming and Twitch. My new Twitch community, thank you. I'm so sorry for not engaging, but I thank all of you all, and Facebook too. I do not take for granted, no matter where you watching the stream from, and when you go back, I do not take it for granted, because time is something that we cannot get back. And the fact that you are willing to invest your time and hour with us, I am humbly grateful, because I know that you can't get that time back. And that's why I pray that it's always worth your investment, and that you walk away with something that you can use that will bless your whole life. We thank y'all for showing up, but we got things to do. Until next time, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all.
It is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and people pusher? No, then travel over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and you will find It Takes One to Know One and People Pusher. Come tap in.